Eskom and the city of Cape Town have been working on a power issue that left large portions of the city without electricity. Let's get you more detail on the story. We're joined now by Eskom Distribution General Manager in the Western Cape, Atika Brey. Atika, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Perhaps let's start with an update in terms of repair efforts at this hour.
Afternoon to yourself and to the viewers. Where we are in terms of restoration of power at the moment, we have repaired the 132 kV line that was damaged through the faults that we had on the line. And what the teams have now gone on to is to assess the damaged, vandalized cables. And I've just come from site at the moment. The assessment is currently underway by our specialists. And once the faults have been detected, we will then liven up the 132 kV line, which is the in-feed into the city of Cape Town.
Please give us more detail in terms of what actually happened. You speak of vandalism.
What happened was that we have the 132 Acacia Tafelberg line, which basically feeds into the city. And last night at about 7:23, the shield wire, which is above the overhead cable, snapped at 3 points, and that damaged the cable. We had our teams there overnight to do the repairs, and before livening up, before restoring power, they did a further inspection and found that the conductor was in fact damaged at more places than we originally anticipated and inspected. So that repairs had to be done before we could liven up. As a precaution, and those repairs were completed at 3 o'clock this afternoon. As a precaution, we also went and are busy with an assessment of vandalized cables. Now, there are tunnels of cables which both the city and Eskom share, and of those cables have been vandalized. And we cannot liven up until we assess the damage to those cables as well. So our teams are currently in progress doing the assessment, and as soon as the damage has been identified and the assessment completed, we will then liven up the line to the city.
I appreciate that assessments are still being done, but one can't imagine that this is a cheap exercise.
It is quite a big exercise, because if we do not properly do the assessment, further damage could actually be caused to the overhead line, and hence the experts are on site to basically do this assessment.
So Executive Director for Energy, Kadri Nassiep, has actually suggested that there's more to this in terms of sabotage. Is there anything you can tell us with regards to that?
I have been on site this afternoon, and there is evidence that some of those cables have virtually been vandalized. Vandalism of our cables is a big challenge for both Eskom as well as the city of Cape Town. At the moment, we cannot establish whether it was sabotage or vandalism. That still needs to be established.
Thank you very much for your time. The Acting General Manager of Eskom Distribution in the Western Cape, Atika Brey, saying that as of 3 p.m. this afternoon, power has been restored.